Here's why Chrom fell off in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Chrom has a terrible recovery. His only recovery options besides the general options are up B, which is an extremely exploitable move. First off, it can easily be spiked when you position yourself above Chrom. Second, you can simply counter the move for a free kill if your character has a counter. Some counters can be avoided, but counters like Joker or Sen will always kill Chrom for free. Third, if Chrom is too far off stage, he's just not making it back even if you don't edgeguard him, because his recovery only goes vertically. So in general, you rely on your double jump to recover, since up B is a terrible recovery, and which is why his recovery in general is very bad, because relying on your double jump is not great. Its only saving grace is that it sometimes spikes opponents that are not careful with edgeguarding. This wasn't as big of a deal at the beginning of Ultimate because people weren't as good at edgeguarding nor setting up into edgeguards, which made recovering way easier for Chrom back then. And besides his recovery, his disadvantage also isn't that good. While Chrom doesn't have the biggest hurt box, he still has the exact right fall speed and weight to get comboed by the majority of the cast. With that, he also doesn't have very good landing options, with the only move covering below him being down air, which is frame 16, which is incredibly slow, and should not be used in disadvantage in general. So he mostly relies on air dodging, fast falling, and relying on the fact that his opponent maybe can't catch his drift or something, but overall his disadvantage is very bad. Chrom has also received a very noticeable nerf to his up B. Chrom would be able to kill the opponent first with his up B off stage. This is huge since he could true combo into his up B from his nair and potentially other aerials, I have not checked. And then you would die first, meaning he could 0 to death every character, which would be a very cheesy way to end stocks. But still very good for Chrom. Meta has obviously developed a lot since Ultimate's release, and since Chrom is a pretty simple character, this affects him in some negative ways. Where characters like Steve and Kazuya, for example, only improved since release, the same cannot be said for Chrom due to his former mentioned recovery, but also due to the simplicity of his moveset. Because Chrom has a very simple and straightforward game plan, meaning he doesn't really have many gimmicks or tricks up his sleeve. This does make him appealing to newcomers, which also makes sense at why he was so good at the start. But over time, the meta developed in favor of more complex characters, leaving Chrom in the dust. A lot of top players aren't playing Chrom anymore. The most notable Chrom player right now is Mr. R. Some other notable Chroms to look out for are Lavish and Kyle. But some top players who actually dropped Chrom include Tweak and MKLeo, which are still some of the best players to date, and they have been for a while now. With all that being said, I still think Chrom's a pretty decent character. His neutral and advantage state are amazing, and while he does struggle in terms of recovery and disadvantage, he's still a force to be reckoned with. So, how good do you think Chrom is? Is there anything I missed? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, leave it a like and subscribe. And thank you for watching.